I wasn't snooping. At least, that's what I keep telling myself. At my age, you don't move around much anyway. Your knees creak louder than the floorboards. So no, I wasn't snooping. I was just looking for my glasses. Funny thing is, you spend half your life searching for things, and the other half realizing what you've lost. I found the paper by accident, folded neat, tucked between some bills on the kitchen counter. Not hidden, exactly. Just not meant for me. You know that feeling? When something isn't locked away, but still feels like a secret. Yeah, that kind. I almost didn't read it. I really didn't. I told myself, don't be nosy, Margaret. Mind your business. But then I saw my name. Right there. Clear as day. Margaret Hughes. Typed. Cold. Proper. Like I was already somewhere official. Not a person. Just a name on a list. At first, I thought, oh, maybe it's a mistake. You know how these things go. Wrong address, wrong name, wrong everything. Happens all the time. Or at least, that's what I wanted to believe. But then I saw the words underneath. Nursing home placement, priority. Priority. Isn't that something? All these years, I was never a priority when they were busy. But now I am. Just not in the way I hoped. I sat down slowly, careful with my back, careful with my heart, because something inside me already knew. This wasn't a mistake. This was a plan. A quiet one. The kind families make when they think you're too old to notice, too tired to question, too forgettable. I heard the front door open. My daughter's voice. Mom, you up? Same sweet voice. Same gentle tone. The one she uses when she's in a hurry or hiding something. I folded the paper, put it right back where I found it. Because at my age, you learn something important. Sometimes, it's not what people say that breaks you. It's what they say. That evening, we sat together for dinner. She talked about work, about traffic, about how things have been crazy lately. Crazy. Everyone's life is always crazy now. Funny how there's never time until there's a decision to be made about you. I looked at her. Really looked. The same little girl I used to braid hair for, now avoiding my eyes. And I wanted to ask, are you sending me away? But the words, they got stuck somewhere between my chest and my throat. So instead, I smiled and said, that sounds busy, love. Because sometimes, a mother would rather break quietly than make her child uncomfortable. That night, I didn't sleep. At my age, sleep already comes and goes like an old friend who forgets your address. But this was different. This wasn't restlessness. This was something sitting heavy on my chest, like a truth I wasn't ready to hold yet. I kept seeing that paper. My name. typed out so neatly, so final, like a decision had already been made, without me in the room. I got up around 2 in the morning. The house was dark, but I didn't turn on the lights. Didn't need to. I've lived here long enough to know every corner, every creak, every quiet memory. I walked into the kitchen, and there it was again. That same folded paper, just sitting there, waiting, like it knew I'd come back. I stood there for a long time, just looking at it. You ever notice how something small, just a piece of paper, can suddenly feel heavier than your whole life? Yeah, that's what it felt like. This time, I picked it up slowly. My hands weren't shaking. Funny enough, they were steady. Like some part of me had already accepted what I was about to read. I opened it carefully, smoother this time, less denial, more truth. There were details I hadn't noticed before. Dates, appointments, assessment scheduled, room availability, family consent confirmed. Family. That word hit different. Because I don't have a big family. I only have them. My children. The same ones who used to run into my arms after school. Now signing papers, deciding where I belong. I saw my daughter's name at the bottom. Signature. Quick. Rushed. Like she signed it between phone calls, or while thinking about something else. I tried to imagine that moment. Did she hesitate? Did her hand pause even for a second? Or was it easy? Just another task on a busy day. I sat down at the kitchen table. The same table where I used to pack their lunches. Cut the crust off their sandwiches. Leave little notes inside. You've got this. I'm proud of you. Love you always. I wonder if they ever kept those notes, or if they ended up in the bin with everything else that gets forgotten. Around 3 in the morning, I heard footsteps upstairs. Soft, careful. My daughter. She was awake too. For a moment, I thought maybe she couldn't sleep either. Maybe she was thinking about it. About me. About this decision. She came halfway down the stairs and stopped. I quickly folded the paper and placed it back. Right where it was. Just like before. Like I had never touched it. Like I didn't know. Because something inside me whispered, "Not yet. Don't let her know you know." She walked into the kitchen and saw me sitting there. "Oh, Mom, you scared me," she said softly. I smiled a little. "Couldn't sleep, love." She nodded. "Yeah, me neither. Work's been a bit much lately." There it was again. Work. Always work. Always something more important waiting outside this house. She poured herself a glass of water. Didn't look at the paper. Didn't move it. Didn't even glance in that direction. Like it wasn't there. Or maybe, like she was trying very hard not to see it. We stood there in silence for a moment. Just the ticking of the clock. Loud. Too loud. I almost said it. I almost asked, "Are you sending me away?" The words were right there, sitting on my tongue, heavy, burning. But then I looked at her face, tired, stressed, distant, and I swallowed the question. Again, she gave me a small smile. "You should get some rest, Mom." Mom. She still said Mom. That should have comforted me, but somehow, it didn't. As she walked back upstairs, I watched her go, and for the first time in my life, I felt like a guest in my own home, like I was already leaving. Even though I was still sitting right there, I stayed at the table until morning, watching the light slowly come through the window, thinking about all the years that lived inside these walls, and wondering how something built with so much love could become a place you're quietly removed from, because deep down, I knew something now, something I couldn't unlearn. This wasn't just an idea. It wasn't a maybe. It wasn't a conversation waiting to happen. It was already happening, already decided, already signed. And the hardest part wasn't the nursing home. It wasn't the thought of leaving. It wasn't even the loneliness. No, the hardest part was this. They were planning my life, like I wasn't in it anymore. And as the sun came up that morning, I made a quiet decision of my own. If they thought I didn't know, then I would let them believe it. For now, because sometimes the truth doesn't break you all at once. It unfolds slowly, and I had a feeling this was only the beginning. The next morning felt normal, too normal. That's what made it strange. My daughter made tea, toast slightly burnt, just the way she likes it. She asked if I wanted jam. I said yes. We sat across from each other like we had 100 times before, like nothing had changed, like my name wasn't sitting on a list somewhere, waiting to be moved. You learn something at my age. People don't act different when they're hiding something. They act extra normal, too polite, too careful, like every word is being measured before it leaves their mouth. And that morning, every word felt measured. "Got a few calls today," she said, not looking at me. "Just work stuff. Work again. Always work." I nodded. "Of course, love. You do what you need to do." Because that's what I've always done. Made space for their lives. Even if it meant slowly disappearing from it. After breakfast, she went into the living room. Closed the door halfway. Not fully. Just enough to pretend it was private. But not enough to keep it that way. I wasn't trying to listen. I really wasn't. But when you live in a house this quiet, voices carry, and some words, they don't ask for permission to reach you. At first, I couldn't hear much. Just soft talking. Murmurs. Then a name. My son. "Yeah, I spoke to them yesterday," she said. Spoke to who? I already knew. My hands tightened around my teacup. She doesn't know yet, my daughter whispered. A pause. Listening. Then a small sigh. I know. But what choice do we have? Choice. That word again. Funny how decisions about you are always called choices. As if you were part of them. I didn't move. Didn't breathe too loudly. Just sat there, frozen in my own kitchen, listening to my life being discussed, like a problem to solve. She can't stay here forever, my daughter continued. She needs proper care. We both work, and I can't keep leaving her alone all day. Another pause. Then softer this time. I'm trying, okay? This isn't easy for me either. Not easy. I almost smiled at that. Because I believed her. I really did. She sounded tired. Guilty. Like she was carrying something heavy. But still. She was carrying it without me. Then came his voice. Not loud. But I could hear enough through the phone. My son. My boy. The one who used to hold my hand crossing the street. Now somewhere far away, making decisions from a distance. It's the best thing for her, he said. Clear. Simple. Final. For her. Not with her. Not asked of her. Just decided. I'll help with the costs, he added quickly. Like that made it better. Like love could be measured in payments. In monthly transfers. In shared responsibility. My daughter nodded, even though he couldn't see her. I know. I hate this. There was silence for a moment. And in that silence, I waited. I don't know what I was hoping for. Maybe for him to say, let me talk to Mom. Maybe for him to say, she deserves to know. Maybe just anything that sounded like he still saw me. But instead, he said something else. Something small. Something ordinary. And somehow, it broke me more than anything. Just get it sorted. That's all. Just get it sorted. Like I was paperwork. Like I was something to organize, move, file away. My daughter sighed. Yeah, I will. And that was it. The call ended. Just like that. No pause. No second thoughts. No going back. I sat there, staring at my tea. It had gone cold. I didn't even notice when. Because something inside me had gone cold too. A few minutes later, she walked back into the kitchen. Same face. Same voice. Same normal. You all right, Mom? She asked gently. I looked up at her. And for a moment, I almost told her everything. I almost said, I heard you. I know. Why didn't you tell me? But instead, I smiled. A small one. The kind that hides more than it shows. I'm fine, love. Fine. Such a simple word. Such a heavy lie. She nodded and started washing dishes. Talking about something on the news. About the weather. About anything, except the truth. And I sat there listening. Not to her words, but to the silence behind them. because now I knew this wasn't just a plan, it was already agreed, already moving forward, already real. And the strangest part was this: they weren't trying to hurt me, they really believed this was the right thing. That's what made it worse, because it meant they didn't even see it, didn't see me. Not really. Not anymore. That afternoon, I went back to my room, closed the door, sat on the edge of my bed, and for the first time, I asked myself something I had been avoiding. If they think I don't belong here anymore, then where do I belong? And as I sat there in that quiet room, holding on to a life that was slowly slipping away, the things I never told them, that afternoon, I didn't come out of my room. Not because I was upset. At least, that's what I told myself. I just needed a little quiet, a little space. Funny thing is, when you get older, people think you need more care. But sometimes, all you really need is a moment to breathe without feeling like you're in the way. I sat by the window for a long time, watching the street. Same street I've looked at for years. Same houses. Same passing cars. Same world that kept moving, even when mine felt like it had stopped. There's a small wooden box in my drawer. Old. Scratched at the edges. Nothing special to anyone else. But to me, it holds a whole lifetime. I hadn't opened it in years. Not because I forgot about it, but because some memories, they don't fade. They just wait. I took it out slowly, placed it on my lap, and for a moment, I just rested my hand on top of it, like I needed to prepare myself. Inside were photographs, letters, little pieces of a life I once lived. A life where I wasn't just someone's responsibility. I was everything. There was a picture of my son, about 7 years old. Big smile, missing front tooth, holding my hand so tight like I might disappear. He used to do that. Hold on to me like I was his whole world. I remember one night, he had a nightmare, came running into my room, crying, shaking. "Don't let anything happen to me, Mom," he said. I held his face in my hands, and I promised him, I won't let anything take you away from me. Funny, isn't it? How life turns those promises around. Then I found a letter, folded carefully, soft at the edges from being opened too many times. It was from my daughter. She must have been about 10 when she wrote it. The handwriting was messy, spelling all over the place. But the words, they were clear. Mom, when you get old, I will take care of you like you take care of me. I smiled when I read that, not because it was funny, but because it was real. At least, it was real back then. I don't blame them. That's the strange part. Sitting there, holding those memories, I tried to feel anger, tried to feel something sharp, something loud, but all I felt was this quiet ache. because I know life changed for them. Responsibilities, work, stress, their own families, their own struggles. And somewhere along the way, I stopped being their center and became something on the side, something to manage, something to figure out. I closed the box slowly, carefully, like I was putting away pieces of myself. And that's when it hit me, not suddenly, not like a shock, but gently, like a truth that had been waiting. They weren't trying to get rid of me, they were trying to move on, and they didn't know how to carry me with them. That hurt more than anything, because it meant this wasn't cruelty, it was distance. Slow, quiet, unnoticed. I looked around my room, the walls, the bed, the small things I've had for years, and for the first time, it didn't feel like home. It felt like a place I was slowly being separated from. That evening, my daughter knocked softly. "Mom, you okay?" Her voice was gentle, careful, like she was standing near something fragile. I turned toward the door, and for a second, I almost told her everything. I almost said, "I know about the list. I heard the call. I understand more than you think." But I didn't. Instead, I said, "I'm just a bit tired, love." She nodded. "I'll make you some soup." Soup. Always soup. Her way of caring. Her way of saying something without saying it. As she walked away, I realized something important. Something that changed the way my heart was holding all this. They were preparing to send me away. Yes, that part was true. But I had been slowly leaving their lives for years, and none of us noticed when it started. That night, I didn't cry. Not like before. No tears. No shaking. Just stillness. Because something inside me had shifted. Something quiet. Something strong. If they thought I was too weak to understand, too old to decide, too far gone to choose for myself, then maybe it was time. I showed them. They were wrong. And as I lay there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, holding on to everything I had been, I made a decision. Not out of anger, not out of pain, but out of something deeper, something they had forgotten I still had. My dignity. Because if I was going to leave this house, I wouldn't be sent away quietly. I would choose how I go. And more importantly, I would choose what they remember. And the truth is, they had no idea what I was about to do next. The day I spoke, the next morning felt different. Not outside. The same light came through the window. The same kettle boiled in the kitchen. The same quiet filled the house. But inside me, something had changed. I didn't feel confused anymore. I didn't feel lost. And strangely, I didn't feel afraid. When you reach a certain age, you realize something. There's nothing left to protect, except your truth. I got dressed slowly, took my time, chose my favorite sweater, the soft blue one my daughter gave me years ago, back when gifts still came with time attached to them, back when we sat together and laughed without looking at the clock. I walked into the kitchen. She was there, making tea again. Same routine, same normal. "Morning, Mom," she said gently. I smiled. "Morning, love." My voice didn't shake. That surprised me. We sat down together, and for a moment, I just looked at her. Not as the woman she is now, busy, tired, distant, but as the little girl she used to be. The one who needed me, the one who promised she'd never let me feel alone. She noticed my silence. "Everything okay?" There it was. The moment. Quiet, simple, but heavy with everything unsaid. I took a slow breath, and then I said it. I saw the paper, just like that. No anger, no raised voice. Her hand froze around her cup. Her eyes dropped instantly, and in that small moment, everything was revealed. "Mom, She couldn't finish. Didn't know how. Because there are some things no explanation can soften. "It's all right," I said softly. And I meant it. That's what surprised her the most. Not that I knew, but that I wasn't shouting. I saw my name, I continued. Nursing home placement, priority. I said the words gently, like they belonged to someone else. But they didn't. They belonged to me. Tears filled her eyes almost immediately. "I was going to tell you," she said quickly. I didn't know how." I nodded. "I know." And I did. Because I had already heard enough, felt enough, understood enough. "I heard your call too," I added quietly. That one hit harder. She looked up at me then. Really looked. And I could see it. The guilt. The regret. The fear. "I didn't mean for you to find out like this," she whispered. And that's when something inside me finally broke. Not loudly, not violently, but deeply. "There is no easy way to find out your children are planning your life without you," I said. Still calm, still soft. But this time, there was weight in my voice. "I know you think you're doing what's best," I continued. "And maybe you are. I see how tired you are. I see how hard life has become for you." Her tears fell faster now, because she wasn't expecting understanding. She was expecting anger. "But do you know what hurts the most?" I asked gently. She shook her head, unable to speak. "It's not the home," I said. "It's not leaving this place. It's not even the loneliness." I paused. Let the silence speak for a second. "It's that you didn't sit with me. You didn't ask me. You didn't let me be part of my own life. That did it." She broke. Completely. Crying like she used to when she was small. When something felt too big to carry. "I didn't want to hurt you," she said through tears. I thought, if I handled it first, it would be easier. I reached for her hand. Slowly, gently, just like I used to. Love, I said. You already hurt me. She squeezed my hand tightly, like she was afraid I'd disappear. And maybe in that moment, she realized I already was. I'm sorry, Mom, she whispered. I'm so sorry. And I believed her. Every word, every tear. Because this wasn't cruelty. This was something else. Something sadder. Something quieter. This was love that had lost its way. I'm not angry, I told her. And that part was true. I just needed you to see me. Not as a responsibility, not as a problem to fix, but as your mother. Still here, still thinking, still feeling, still me. She nodded over and over, crying, holding my hand like she never wanted to let go. And for a moment, it felt like we found each other again, in the middle of all that pain. But then I said something she wasn't ready for, something that changed everything. I've made a decision, I said quietly. She looked up at me, confused, afraid, waiting. And as I held her hand, feeling her grip tighten, I realized this moment, right here, would decide everything. Because I wasn't going to wait anymore. I wasn't going to be quietly moved, quietly placed, quietly forgotten. No, if I was leaving, it would be on my terms. And what I said next, it left her completely speechless. I chose my own goodbye. She was still holding my hand, tightly, like if she let go, she might lose me. And maybe, for the first time, she understood that she already was. I've made a decision, I said again. Soft, clear, certain. Her eyes searched my face, looking for something. Hope, fear, anything. You don't have to send me anywhere, I told her gently. I've already arranged it. Her face went pale. What do you mean, arranged it? I took a slow breath. Not because I was unsure, but because some truths deserve to be spoken slowly. I called them yesterday, I said. The nursing home. I spoke to a lovely lady there. She told me everything I needed to know. Tears rolled down her face again. But this time, they were different. Not just guilt, but shock. I didn't want you to carry this alone, I continued. And I didn't want to be something you had to manage. Mom, no, she whispered, shaking her head. But I gently squeezed her hand, stopping her. Listen to me, I said softly. I'm not doing this because you chose it. I'm doing this because I choose it. There's a difference. A quiet one, but an important one. I've lived a long life, I said. I've loved deeply. I've given everything I had to you, and I don't regret a single moment of it. My voice didn't break, because this wasn't sadness anymore. This was peace. But I won't stay somewhere I'm no longer seen, I said. Not because I'm unwanted, but because I deserve to leave with dignity. She was crying harder now. Please don't go, she said. We can fix this. I'll do better. I promise. Promises. I've heard them before. We all have. And I believe she meant it. I truly do. But some things, they come too late. I know you would try, I said gently, and I love you for that. But love isn't just trying when things fall apart. It's staying present before they do. She couldn't speak, couldn't argue, because deep down, she understood. I'm not leaving you, I said softly. I'm just not staying where I've already been let go. Silence filled the room. Heavy, real, final. I'll still be your mother, I added. That doesn't change. You can visit me. We can talk. We can still have time. I smiled a little. But this way, it will be honest. She leaned forward and hugged me, tightly, like a child again. And for a moment, I held her the same way, just like I used to, when she needed me most. It's okay, I whispered. I'm okay. And strangely, I was. A few days later, I packed my things. Not much, just what mattered. Some clothes, that small wooden box, and a lifetime of memories. As I stood at the door, I looked back one last time, at the house, at the walls that held my story, at the life I had built. And I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel bitterness. Just a quiet understanding. Because the truth is, sometimes, people don't mean to leave you behind. Life just moves faster than love can keep up. But that doesn't mean you have to disappear with it. As the car pulled away, I kept my eyes forward, not because I didn't care, but because I had finally chosen to move with my own life, not just be moved by others. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel forgotten. I felt free. So if you're listening to me right now, let me tell you something. Don't wait. Don't assume. Don't let silence speak for you. Sit with your people. Talk to them. See them. Really see them. Before life makes the decision for you. Because one day, someone you love might quietly choose to leave. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they stopped feeling seen. And by then, it might already be too late. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you of someone, or maybe even yourself, please take a moment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love, because sometimes a simple story can say the things we struggle to say ourselves, and maybe, just maybe, it can bring someone back before they're gone.